Hello, brothers and sisters. The title of the message today is Song of Solomon, chapter 13, God's heir, festivity and feast number 2. The sun is burning so fierce that it looks white. The white color reflects all other colors. You are as beautiful as the sun. Who is this that appears like the dawn, fair as the moon, bright as the sun? Majestic as the stars in procession. Because of the Lord, she became perfect. Because of the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic, light shines so far away. Majestic as the army with so many flags and stars in procession. Because of the Lord, she became perfect. Because of the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic, illuminates so far away. Majestic like the army with so many flags. The king was talking about the woman who became perfect. Because of the Lord, beautiful, round, and majestic, because of the Lord, illuminating so far away. Majestic like the army with so many flags. When you look at the Lord is just like that man and woman. Lord created us in such a way. When we go out to the world to fight against our enemy, when we get the victory in the world, the Lord looks at us in such a way. Lord recreated us and He called us in such a way. When we go out to the world, the Lord looks at us that way. When we get the victory in the world, Lord looks at us in such a way. I went down to the grove of nut trees to look at the new growth in the valley, to see if the vines had budded or the pomegranates were in bloom. Before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. I went down to my farm in order to harvest fruits. I was checking whether the flowers bloom or buds came out, and I went down to the vineyard. I checked from valley to valley. I checked my lover here and there. She's just like the walnut. When we try to eat the walnut, we have to pick every corner because what it looks like the labyrinth. So I watched my lover in every detail. My desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. The chariot is the army tank. My lover turned to an army tank, a group of military division. It's not just one person, but a group of people. It looked like chariot or army tank. I put the focus of my eyes on the chariot of my precious people. I put the focus of my eyes on the army tank. Lord's beloved one turned to the majestic army tank, ready to fight against the enemy. It's not just one person, but it's a group of people. Those group of people turned to army tank. They all became perfectly one. Before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. The focus of my eyes were fixed on the chariot of my people. Come back, O Shulamite. Come back, that we may gaze on you. I wish to see you. I wish I could see your victory. I wish I could see your record of war and battle. I wish I could see your glory. When Jesus prayed on the Mount Gethsemane, he prayed, Father, let your Son glorify the Father. Receive glory through your Son. Look at the glory of your Son. I want to turn glory to you. Look at the glory of your Son. Father, receive the glory of your Son. Come back, O Shulamite. Come back, that we may gaze on you. All people of Israel were supporting and encouraging the chariot that is going out for war, yelling out a cheer, come back with victory. Why would gaze on the Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim. Why do you just send the yelling out of cheer? When Jacob left Patan Aram, and just before he crossed the river Jabbok, he saw the dancing of Mahanaim. He saw the army of God was moving, marching. Jacob saw the army of God was marching. It was God's promise of I'll stay together with you forever. It was God's promise of I'll stay together with you forever. But Jacob could not receive God's message hidden behind. He was afraid of his brother. He was afraid to be killed by his older brother Esau. Jacob just said, the army of God is passing by. That was all. As he was afraid of Esau, he divided his people and belongings into various groups, and he himself stayed at the side of the river Jabbok. Therefore, gazing on the Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim is no use. Just saying, wow, it's good. That was all. It was no use. Some people visit Daegu Church and say, wow, the atmosphere of Daegu Church is so wonderful, and go away. It's no use. They're just like Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim. It's not good for themselves. If they do that, it's just like Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim. They should have checked whether Daegu Church is an incomparable church in the world or not. Should I jump into that church or not? Should I invest my whole life or not? They should have checked. But if they just simply say, wow, Daegu Church is a nice place, if they just pass by as if Jacob watching the dance of Mahanaim, there won't be any change in their life. One of the men who is supporting the Lord became Lord's people. He became the member of Lord's army. One man was increased into many people. There was one general mobilized his army. If you look at U.S. Army, Smith Special Troop. Old days, General Henley mobilized his army. Korean Army is different. Korean Army is dispatching from the Army headquarters. But in America, one general raised his troops in the cause of justice. If there is a general, the soldier naturally followed him. Therefore, they named after the general, such as Camp Henry or Camp Walker. Lord Jesus came to the earth alone, but he was fighting against the world. As God's army, this principle will be applied to us also. At first, one man fights against the world, but later we fight against Satan as Lord's army. One man cannot fight against the enemy, spreading the lines of army. One man can start fighting, but later whole group of army must conquer the land of enemy. It should be the war between the kingdom and kingdom. One nation and another nation must fight the war. Why would you gaze on the Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim? There should be the army fighting in the front line, and there also should be the army supporting the soldiers at the back for the soldiers fighting in the front line. That way he can get the victory. Lord is looking at his mature people who can get the victory. Those scattered bones in the valley of Ezekiel that later became a huge army. This is personal experience and the experience of many people as a whole. In one man's life, the experience of Ezekiel exists, referring to one man, his own life was scattered bones in the valley of death. But one day, because of the Lord, his position was decided. His address was confirmed and house number was confirmed. Bones returned to the original position. Flesh and ligament came back to the right position and right place. The breath of life returned. They would become one huge army. One man's scattered past filled with failure, but they all became the large army and got the strength. We get the strength to defeat the world. In the past, we were defeated by enemies, but now everything was turned backwards. We could save our life from enemies' attack, so we can get the victory now. Our army will surely get the victory. If we receive torture by communists, but somehow we could save our life there and escape, and then we can join in the army of allies, will surely become a strong anti-communist army. If we suffer hard and victimized from the world, because of the world we were destroyed before, but later every corner of our life, even the fingernail and toenail experience, bitter experience of the enemy, and later we can counterattack that enemy from tip to toe. We become the army counterattacking enemy. This is the personal experience, and at the same time, it becomes the experience of a whole group of people. This man experienced the enemy this way, and that man experienced the enemy that way in the world. We found out that is our enemy of enemies. As we collect all of our experiences and we become the strong army fighting against the enemy, chariot is a taking weapon that is collective. Army tank is a collective weapon. There are several soldiers in the tank. A soldier who puts explosive, the one who fires the cannon, and the tank driver, and who shoots the machine gun. Several soldiers work together and attack the enemy. Why do you gaze on the dance of Mahanaim? Why do you look at army tank fighting against enemy? If you just look superficially, it's no use. How beautiful your sandaled feet, O prince of daughter. Why does he say princess daughter? There is no one else except the Lord in the whole world. The reason why he said you are princess daughter is because you are my son. You were born from the precious Father. Your sandaled feet are so beautiful. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. How beautiful are the feet of those who spread the good news. It's a story of one soldier who brought the news of victory in the war. In modern time, we can send radio message, but the messenger must bring the news directly. There was a soldier in Greece who brought the good news of victory. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. It's such a great blessing. He ran 42.195 kilometers and he shouted, "We got the victory. The citizens of Athens got the victory. We finally got the victory. We destroyed Persia." His feet were so beautiful, and his phrase was quote, for the people who spread the gospel, to the people who spread the most precious news, to the people who were dying, people who spread the life-saving news. To the people who were dying, there were people who provided life. How beautiful the feet of those people. In the world, there is no fragrance, but they spread the fragrance. Their feet are so beautiful. Those people who express the Lord, their feet are so beautiful. Wherever they may go, kingdom of God is achieved. God's kingdom get the victory. There is no more beautiful feet exist in the world. But the feet of enemy are so evil, and their feet are dirty and evil because as they approach to us, they trample us and make our village smashed, devastated, and dirty. As those enemies enter into the kingdom, everything became messed up. When the enemies infiltrate into our kingdom, the land becomes devastated. Our possession becomes devastated. Everything becomes trampled and devastated. When Japanese army came into Korea, they trampled and devastated our country. But those people who spread good news give us the peace and happiness. So their feet are so beautiful. If those people save the life of dead people, their feet are so beautiful. On the contrary, the feet of those people who are exploiting are so vicious. The claw of lion, the claw of tiger, wherever they may go, they seek for the prey. Wherever they may go, there is the fear and terror. If people look at the traces of tiger's feet, people are afraid. Other beasts try to avoid because they are the feet of predators. But the feet of the life-saving being, they are blessed feet. Those people who got lost, the path guide's feet are so wonderful. The feet of the path guide, the feet of the peacemaker, the feet of life-giving spirit, they're all blessed feet. Actually, we are born to provide blessing to the world. Adam was born to provide blessing to all creatures. God himself is a blessing for Adam, and likewise, Adam was born to become blessing for all creatures. But as Adam could not give blessing to all creatures, for the creation was subjected to frustration, not by his own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected in hope. Whole creation has been groaning, but if there's the feet of blessing, all creation will envy those feet. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of a craftsman's hands. We walk with our feet, but the power of walking is provided from our thigh. If there is no power in the thigh, no matter how big the feet may be, it's no use. The feet are walking, but the source of power comes from thigh. Your graceful legs are just like jewels, the work of a craftsman's hand. Like jewels, ants are powerful bugs. The waist is slim, on both sides are round, looks like jewels. It has power. Powerful and strong beings are made that way. Some legs of the table are made that way. It looks like jewels. They look firm if we look at them sideways. It looks more powerful than the straight legs. Your graceful legs are like jewels, the work of craftsman's hand. In your thigh, a lot of energy is stored so that your leg and feet never get tired. Your navel is rounded goblets that never lacks blended wine. Some doctors check people's belly button in order to check people's health. If the navel is strong, that person is strong. And if the navel is weak, that person's health is weak. It's so strange. Your navel is rounded goblet that never lacks blended wine. Whole power of the body is centered in the navel. We move our hands and move our feet, but the real power comes out from inside. Your navel is a rounded goblet that never lacks blended wine. It is just like a wine glass. It is full of power and health. If you look at the healthy baby's navel, it looks so healthy. If the baby is weak, their navel looks so weak, we cannot feel the power. Those people who practice yoga, they collect their power in the lower belly and attack the enemy. They make the power stronger on their navel, looks like the wine glass full of wine. Your waist is mound of wheat encircled by lilies. The wheat enriched by lilies, so it's so powerful and beautiful. It's not rough and tough, but it's powerful and fragrant. The feet of those people who spread gospel must be fragrant, not rough and tough. A mound of wheat encircled by lilies. The power of the people come out from their waist. Final power comes out from their waist. If their waist is powerful, they are powerful. But if their waist weak, they are weak. Long-enduring power comes out from their waist. Oriental people think their power comes out from their waist. But Western people think their power comes out from their heart. The root of the life is on our waist. All the tonic medicine make our waist more powerful. Feet encircled by lilies. Your waist is fragrant and powerful. Only then we can save people's life. We cannot beat up those rebellious people. We cannot force other people to accept the gospel. Some Muslims force other people, Quran or knife. This is not the wheat encircled by lilies. If you don't accept Quran, you have to be killed. Feet enriched by lilies, the power must be tender inside and powerful inside so that life can come out freely. This comes the power to save other people. Your breasts are like two fawns, twins of gazelle. In the 7th chapter of Song of Solomon, the king was mentioning about the breast 3 times. The breast means the power of a woman who can bring up babies. The first breast means the breast of love. And second breast is the breast of mother. Not the breast of virgin, but mother's breast. Your breasts are like 2 fawns, twin of a gazelle. The breasts are so abundant. She has enough milk for the baby in her breast. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Ivory tower is so soft but strong. It's not vicious like the wartime, but it's so tender outside, but there is the power inside. Her neck is like an ivory tower. It's so strong and firm. The reason people make a signet with ivory is because it'll never wear out. If the signet went out, every time we use it, the signet will be worn out and twisted. So people make signet with ivory. It's so nice. We cannot make signet with a stone. If you make a signet with stone, it'll be broken. We cannot continue to use it. It must be tender and strong at the same time. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are the pools of Heshbon by the gate of Beth Rabbim. The king said, looking at the eyes of the lady, your eyes look like the lake. The king said, her eyes are so deep, there seem to be so many secrets hidden in her eyes. In another word, her eyes are so clear and beautiful like beautiful lake. Because if we look at the lake with deep care, we can look ourselves. The moon is so far away in the sky. Chinese famous poet Tebek Li was watching at the moon in the lake and fell into the water and died. In the deep water, we can see ourselves. Thus, our eyes can see something so deep. In her eyes, there must be something hidden. Her eyes are like the lake that has something in it. Her eyes are not bulging out. Her eyes are not looking at something shallow, looking something very deep. She's looking deep into the lake. She's always searching something deep. Her nose is just like the watchtower of Lebanon looking toward Damascus. He mentioned about her nose for the first time. People's breathing and smelling is so important. If the nose is not handsome, there is a problem. When God created people, God created nose at the last moment. Monkeys have ugly nose. Suppose monkeys have handsome nose, it could have become a human being. They have ugly nose, so they could not become human being. If the nose is high enough, she will become beautiful. Nose is just like the horn. If artist draw human face, he will draw nose first because it is the center of the face. Her head is just like the mountain Carmel. Mountain Carmel is a cliff on one side and another side is a prairie. If you look at the mountain from the ocean, it is high cliff. But if we look at the mountain from the prairie, it is connected with a vast prairie. The mountain was used for altar. Both people who served Baal, they made the altar. Those who worship Jehovah God, they made it as altar also. That's why there was the war between those people who worship Baal and those people who worship Jehovah God. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.